Have you ever been frustrated with your Kidmin altar ministry? Don't give up until you listen to this podcast. This is Pastor Tamera Kraft from Revival Fire for Kids with an Ignite Kidmin moment. When I started Kidmin, altar ministry was always a challenge until I learned these 5 keys. First, explain to the kids what they should do and what might happen at the altar. I start this by telling children I'll call them up front. Music will play, and I want them to focus on worshiping God. They can sing, close their eyes, or lift their hands. I also let them know I'm not going to pray for them right away. When I do, I will place my hand on their heads. I let the children know some things that might happen. They might fall down, but if that happens, someone will be behind them to catch them. They might cry. They might laugh. They might start to stutter or speak in a language they don't know. They might want to kneel or shout or dance or run. Any of these things might happen, and that's okay. Also, none of these things might happen, but they might feel the presence of God strongly on the inside, and that's okay too. At this point, try to answer any questions the children might have. Next, invite the Holy Spirit into the place. It's amazing what happens when you take a moment at the beginning of the service to invite the Holy Spirit to move. Third, don't be in a hurry to end things. Allow the Holy Spirit time to move. Sing praises and worship and speak in tongues out loud so the children can hear you. Wait for the glory of God to enter the room before doing anything more. Remember, this is God's show. We need to obey His leading. Fourth, make sure your workers know what to expect. You'll need a worker behind each child you are praying for. That worker should place his hands on the child's back firmly so the child knows it's safe to yield to God. Let the workers know not to tolerate disruption or misbehavior at the altar. Have the child misbehaving sit quietly in the back of the room with a worker. Next, when you feel the Holy Spirit lead, lay hands on each child. When you do this, leave your hand on each child's head until God moves. Don't pray out loud or say anything unless God tells you what to say. Just allow the Holy Spirit to do what He wants. Then move to the next child. Finally, allow time for observations and testimonies. If you observe anything unusual, like a cloud or a fragrance, point it out to the children. Observe how fun it is to be in the presence of God. Afterwards, allow children to testify what God is doing or has done at the altar. Continue to invite the Holy Spirit to show up every week until the children are receptive. If you enjoyed this Ignite Kidmin moment, subscribe and click the bell. If you would like more resources for your Kidmin, check out revivalfireforkids.com.